Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, it's Greg here again with the sort of second update of the Tiger build. Without further ado, let's have a gander and see where we are. You've seen my tracks, won't point in showing my tracks. I've started with priming all the little bits. These are all the, the covering the cast iron for the exhaust. It's got the lid for the commander's cupola. The jack block, C shoes, part for the machine gun, all the bits and bobs in there. I've made my own barrel cleaning rods. They're out of copper, 0.9 I think, something like that, copper tube, and just put a piece inside to represent the the fastenings on there. So we've done that. We have done the wheels as well. I've done two lots of idler wheels. I think it's the smaller ones I'm going to use, but see, I've done all those. And what I've done with the backs, so you're not going to see the backs, is I've just painted them German grey on the rear. There's a little bit of modulation on there, black and white on the tracks. Again, they'll all be put together once painted. We'll start with bring the tank in now. What we've done with this, I'll just move this out of the way for now, and I'll move this over here. Let's take that out of the way, and we'll have a gander at this. Take the lid off. Come out the driver's hatch and the power machine gun radio operator's hatch. I've got to put a clear part in there for the periscope, so I haven't nailed them down. So we've got the Tiger. As you can see, I did take there was a turret, a bullet ring I think it was called, round here, and apparently the one went on the one that I am representing. So I took my time and took it off, and I added a little bit of texture to the hole on the top, and I've just given it a German grey and ghost grey in there. I did a few of the PE clamps and catches, and there was more to go on there. We've got Zimmerit damage on there again on the weld seam. Same with the sides. We've got, this is darker underneath obviously because it's going to be on its side, so it's going to be a bit darker, all the mud and things on top of it. So, and we have this side is the side that we're going to see, but isn't. It's in the air. The other side's got no guards on, obviously, because it's been pushed off to the road side. So I'll be using them as damage just on the sides of the road as well. So with the back, one muck guard on, fairly in one piece, and then we've got the damage muck guard again on the bottom. Same as the little one on the side as well. If you can quite see on this part, is because the Zimmerit has been chipped, but hasn't been chipped back to the red oxide on the pictures I've got. So I've tried to, you can't see really on that much, that really damaged it, and tried to put a Mr. 1200 and let it just sort of get to an edge setting, and I've used the Trumpeter Zimmerit roller and just added a bit of texture as if where the Zimmerit's been on there. So that's going to be like a concrete colour apparently on there, because the picture I've got it's certainly not oxide red anyhow. There may be a few little blemishes with oxide red, but from what I can see on the front there isn't. So that's the lower hull, and then we've got the upper hull. So upper hull, we've got the turret. Again, we took the, I think it was another breather's hatch or something on there that's been taken off. That wasn't needed apparently on there either, so we've done that. We've got the barrel. It's not secure yet, it's just put in there for now at the front. And again, we've done the same Zimmerit damage again from what I can see on the front. We've got, I've sort of tried to represent the Zimmerit that's sort of fallen off, and there's still remnants of it back there. I don't know if you can quite see. Yeah, it's just chipped off and turned back to the concrete colour again on there. Back end on there, she's going to be all dark underneath. Obviously I should have really darkened this, but you're not really going to see it. I know obviously we've got the periscopes to go in, which I'll go do at a later date, and I think that's about it on there for that. For the Tiger, so it's coming along quite nicely. You know, I've been doing other things. You've seen the tracks anyway. I haven't done nothing with the tracks yet. As far as other little bits and pieces are concerned, I've built up the tracks, the spare tracks that's going to be on the vehicle. From the photograph we've got, it's a 3 on each side of the front plates. So I've done those with the leftover tracks and put the pins in as well to represent the pins. Just put the pins in from the on there, and we've got for the obviously go around the turret. I've done the same again. I've added the little pin as well. Let's see if I can get my hand on there, and there's one slightly coming off on the picture, but we'll get to that when we position them later on. So they've got to be put into the solution. What else have we got in there? Nothing else in there. And let's see, we've got still more clasps and things to go in yet on there, and this is just spare bits on there really. That's goes once the periscope's in. Well, no, I don't have to do this because that's their periscope, so you just built it in like that. But I was looking through my sprues and I thought I had some clear ones or whatever, so I'm going to have to use the PE ones. But I can do something with them, that's not a problem. Yeah, I've got the, in here we've got the idler adjuster there, so I haven't put that on obviously yet until we get the tracks on. There's no hooks on the front, they've been taken off on the picture, can't see, but they have 2 on the rear, I would presume, on there. So that's that finished on there, so I'll move this out of the way. So I got to that stage with the Tiger, and I thought, well, why not now try and do the first time I've ever built a truck. So we'll bring it apart in bit by bit. I've got it all primed, and I've made a few sort of scratch build things. This is just a bed. See the mud guards on there. It's come loose, that one. I have to bring it back down again. I made these out of foil because the other ones I'll show you. I've got left the other ones. I was still in the box. Where's the box? Where's the box? I had the bloody thing. Oh, it's okay. Mud guards I thought were a bit, I couldn't be bothered to sort of file them down to get the thin texture, so I thought, well, I've got that foil there, just this foil that comes off a, well, I'll show you the foil actually. It's just these, you know, mince pies and things like that. I'll keep plenty of them. As these were slightly too thick, I thought, so they don't look thick, but yeah, compared to what I've done. So all I did was cut the shape of the mud guard and just pressed it and got the shape. An easy fix. Just thought it would make it a bit different. I'm going to have to get them tape fastened back on. So, yeah, so this is a coat of German Gravis. Lovely, it was just a Tamiya kit, went together, you know, that's typical Tamiya. A lot of injection marks which I've taken out, they were mainly on the insides of the flatbed in here. So yeah, so that's a fun part. I'll leave that down to there. We've got the cab and the chassis. Again, it's all just dry fitted. I'm not going to really do anything with the engine because I'm not really going to see it, so I might just leave it the way it is. So it's a fairly straightforward build again. Got the exhaust to add yet, but that's a later date, so it needs to be sort of weathered and rusted up a little bit. But yeah, it's fairly straightforward build, but nice and relaxing build it was. So that's the frame. I've got the cab again all together. I've got to finish off in there. I've got to slide the dashboard in there once it's all got the decals on and inside, and the seats have got to be on there again. Went together no problem at all. Obviously got the lights to go fit in there as well. You're not going to really see for my purpose. I'm not going to see the engine, so I'm not going to bother doing it. Well, not bother tarting it up. There's no point. So yeah, that's just the shape. The cab and the seats. Where have I put the seats? Here. I'll show you them anyhow in a minute. There wasn't a lot of texture on the actual canvas roof, so all I did was got some thin tissue paper. In fact, it was this stuff here, just tissues, 3-ply tissues, PVM water, and just got a better sort of, you know, texture for a canvas roof. It don't look too bad. At least I've got some ripples and things like that, like it naturally would there. So I've done that the same with the seats as well, which I'll show you when I get to it. So I'll pop that back on there. I just need to thin that out slightly, but that's not a problem. Right, where we are. Yeah, I'll just show you the seats. I've done the same with the seats as well. You can see the seats, and I've just done that with the figure so far. I've lost his head somewhere, so I'm going to have to find another head. That's no problem. That's just the drive. I'm going to use him. May as well. He's in the kit. See what I can do with him. And I say the seats are there as well. They've just got that tissue paper on there as well. Just add a little bit of texture on the seats. And then I thought, before I primed everything, before I got the NATO sort of a German grey onto it, I thought, right, I need to do some stowage. So I've started doing the stowage, and there's some of the bits and pieces on here which we've got. Some of the stowage started here. We've got jerry cans, oh, sorry, these are from the Gecko set, I think. Yeah, Gecko, where they're all powered together. So I've got 1, 2, 3 of there, 4, and we've got a transmission block and an engine block. I was going to scop them in as well. I don't know where I got them from, I can't remember. So there's those going to go on. The fuel drums and jerry cans. We also have some separate jerry cans and fuel drums as well. Some crates just to finish it off. So it's just all this been, these are resin, these crates. And so we've got all the fuel drums as well to go in the back there. So we've got plenty of options there, and I think there's just one more part to go on. This is mainly for the actual vehicle itself. Apart from we've got that's for the dashboard, and these are all finishing off obviously. And we've got these parts for the block for the engine. These are on the truck itself. Same with these. Same with these. All this is truck stuff. This. All the small parts. Window frame. And we've got the winch, that's all just corded us with a string on there. Oh, sorry. And these are the parts of the window frame as well, so they're all ready to go. The 2 helmets are there as well for the figure. I'll just have to find another head somewhere. I'm sure I'll find one. Yeah, so that's, oh sorry, isn't that it? And then we have, I've done all the wheels. Took the time and got most of the seam out, and you can't really see the seam on them now. I say it's my first truck I've ever built, so I know it's a Tim E kit, so it shouldn't be a problem. But we've got the wheels, they're all just coated again in there to go in German grey. Plastic, these are just the plastic ones, so I'm sure once they get weathered up will look alright and painted. So I've got all the wheels done. On you can have the flatbed at the back. You can either have it covered up or you can have it folded up. I didn't like the folded part, so I'm going to have it, yeah, I'm going to have it sort of half open, if you know what I mean. So I've got all these parts all primed and snipped off things. These fit onto the back of the let's have a look. There's 6 of them, so they fit on the back of here like so. And I'll probably make a tissue again once I've decided to go on there like that, like so. So they'll be on there at some point. And then a tissue, I might just have it sort of half on type thing. I'll have to look at some the picture I've got. I can only see the rear of it. It may not even have anything on the top. I can't remember. These are just parts of the tiger. The exhaust shroud, just done a little bit of damage on them, not a lot. Same again with the exhausts. They've just got to be weathered up and things and painted obviously, but they're all ready to be done. And we've got the tow cables. I think the tow cable might be slightly on the thin side, so I might have to change the tow cable down there. If you can see it, I might just change it. It's maybe just a bit on the thin side, but we'll see, So yeah, so that's where we are at the moment. So next job for now is really to start priming, giving the base coat for the on the Tiger. And again, I'm going to do some highlight coats on the truck itself. Obviously, with being a monochrome colour, you need a bit of texture on there and a bit of you know, so we can everything isn't just that block green. So that's probably the next thing to do today, probably. We shall see. Yeah, so that's coming along nicely. I'm quite pleased so far with the progress. Yeah, I'll say I showed you the. Did I show you the base I've made up? I didn't. I'm not sure if I have or not. I'll quickly show you it. All I've done is made the frame for it. All this stuff sitting on top of it, unfortunately. I'll just move it out of the way, it's not a problem. Well, that was closed up, obviously not. Whoa. That's it. Yeah, so this is the base. All I've done with it is just made the base up. Ooh. Not a good idea to put all this on the front there, was it? Wasn't clever. Yeah, so this is just the base, just balsa wood and polystyrene again. And just the shape of it, so it's going to be at an angle obviously, so we'll probably have the Tiger across here and the road has an angle going that way as well, which will fit nicely. And then we can start, I might start even getting the groundwork done on this, the sculpt the mould and bringing up for because there's a ditch and then there's a row of sort of bushes sort of thing on one side where the Tiger's laying. So that's a thing to organise as well. I'll probably make my own. There'll be plenty of options to make my own, so yeah, let's just pop that back there for now. Lack of space in my board. I need to have an extension built, I think. But, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. I've got to say, these officers here, got this kit. The figure is a British figure. I may have to kit bash something, but I'm going to use him as a base, I think. This one here with the trench coat on. Just maybe slightly adapt him. I've never done it before, so it's always a first. We'll have a go and see what I come up with. So we've got that. Well, yeah, so I've got quite a bit done in the last few weeks. Since the last time we chatted, or when I did the update as well. There we go. Put that on there. I think that's about all I've got to see, is it, today? I think it is. Yeah, so I'll be going to do the highlight coat on some of the on the vehicle itself, mainly on the cab and the flatbed. I'm going to do wood texture on the bottom. I'm going to spray obviously wood texture, and then I'll do a hairspray and slightly chip it with, obviously with the stuff coming in and out of the vehicle. There's going to be marks all over it, showing it down to the wood, I would presume. Yeah, so I think that's where we are today. Yeah, there's only 2 figures on this one that I'm building, which is not too bad. Usually I have more figures, but there's only 2 that I can put in rear. Could 3, I could put 1 in the back of the vehicle, but there's nothing on the picture with 1 in, so I'll just leave it with stuff, with the stowage in the back. Right, so I'm beginning to waffle now. Oh, before we go, I would like to say thank you so much. I've just I never realised until yesterday that I've now got 4,000, over 4,000 subscribers. So I'd like to say thank you very, very much to all my subscribers. Obviously the ones that have been with me from the beginning up until now. Really appreciate the feedback, and you know, I have a special build coming up. I was talking with a friend last night, and he's taught me into doing a diorama that I've wanted to do since I was a kid. Well, this film is since I was a kid, but something I've wanted to do for quite a while. So I'll let you know what I'm going to do. That it's not immediate. It's maybe, you know, a few months down the road yet, because I've got a new build. Me and Paul will be doing a new build once we've I finish this, and Paul on his Nelson, and then we can introduce that. But that's quite a while off. Because obviously this is nowhere near finished, and Paul is doing a magnificent job with his HMS Nelson. Sorry, not Rodney. All the PE work he's doing is unbelievable. It really. I'll pop over. I'll leave his link in the description. I want to pop over and see what he's been doing. Oh, amazing! Absolutely amazing. He must have painted a saint, patience of a saint. So yeah, I'll leave his link in the description, and you can have a view and have a look across and see how he's doing. So thank you very much for viewing, and hope to see you soon with another update once I've got the the base coat down and the camouflage, and same with the truck. We'll come back and go from there. So this is Greg signing off, and we shall see you very, very soon.